Hey everybody, this is Mark at Dice Monkey, and I am going to be doing an unboxing today of the new Dungeon Command Blood of Gruumsh. Here it is. It's the same as the other two ones that I've reviewed, Curse of Undeath and whatever the Goblin set is. Tyranny of the Goblins. Tyranny of the Goblins is right back there, and the Undead set is right over here. So, it is in a similar box to the other two. It's that somewhat thin cardboard, but there's a plastic container inside that keeps it in pretty good shape. You can see that with the Goblin set, I've got all kinds of games stacked up on top of it, and they're just fine. So it's not really, it's not too bad. So we're going to take a look inside. First of all, we've got the rule book. The rule book is, other than the picture on the front and the coloring on the front and the back, is identical to all the other books. It even still has pictures of the first two sets that were released for all the examples. On the back, though, there is a nice quick reference sheet, which is pretty useful. You've got ad, which comes in pretty much everything that they release. This is Lair Assault on one side, and then a bunch of board games that I've unboxed and reviewed in the past. You have your two leaders. In this case, you have Lokar the Stonelands, who can actually have one of the orcs at the beginning of the game occupying a treasure square at on the board at the beginning of the game. You also have Drogar, the Eye of Gruumsh. I like his ability. He actually makes it so that all creatures you have ignore difficult terrain, which is really useful, especially in this set, which has a lot of difficult terrain. Speaking of, we've got, this board is pretty much identical on both sides. You've got this little water piece in the middle. It's difficult terrain with some treasure next to it. Same on the other side. You've got the same thing. In this one, you've got an orc throne with a bearskin rug and some treasure laying about, which is pretty cool. And on the other side, you've got an orc camp. Those are both pretty cool. With this one, the nice thing is there's all that fire there, which, you know, when you're playing D&D, is useful for knocking over and causing chaos. This one's got a storeroom on one side. There you go. And on the other side, it's got this little buried treasure hiding behind a bunch of trees, which could be useful in a game of D&D. This is the starting square. On the dungeon side, you've got this little grate that your orcs come pouring out of, going into the doors here and then continuing on. And this one, you've got a line of trees that you can have your orcs burst out of. You've got your cards that come with every set. The various special abilities and stuff are different. The nice thing about Dungeon Command is you can swap out all your different cards, so you can end up with, you know, gaining different abilities from other sets, as long as... I haven't looked too much into the rules of how to swap cards out, but you're able to, so that's pretty cool. This also has cards for the other dungeon board games, the Legend of Drizzt and other ones like that. So those are pretty cool. You've also got your miniatures. So there's an orc chieftain. Yeah, orc chieftain. It's got a big ol' sword. You have a cleric of Gruumsh. He's got one eye, as he should. And there's the symbol of Gruumsh right there. You've got this orc druid. He's got a big old skull on a skull stick, a bone stick. He's down on one knee. Pretty cool. You've got a orc barbarian. He's got a big axe and looks a bit more ferocious than all the other orcs. A wereboar. It's an orc that's turned into half pig. And then you also have the boar itself, which is pretty cool. It's got its tusks out, and it looks like it's in the middle of turning to gore somebody. Dropped it. So that's pretty cool. In addition, we've got, there are two just orc drudges. Just your basic orc troops. They've got a big ol' mace and everything. And then you've got two orc archers. Those bows look kind of shrimpy in there. Big bulky hands. And then the two big monsters that are always sort of the feature of the game. You've got a pretty mean ogre that its axe is about as big as an orc. So it's pretty massive and mean looking. I could probably use a couple of these. I could definitely see use for them in D&D as well. And then you've got your owl bear. It's ready to slash somebody apart. It looks pretty ferocious. A lot more ferocious than some of the images that we've seen of owl bears in the past. So that is the Blood of Gruumsh set. I'll be playing this pretty soon, and I'll be giving you guys a review and letting you know how it is. It seems like a pretty cool set, and I'll be playing this. My wife will be playing the Undead Army, so we can see how that goes. So thanks for watching.